Welcome back to Dragonfall and our return to our little neighborhood. We're home. Now let's see what we're returning to. Hopefully nothing crazy. Oh right, I forgot we come right back up here. The team is waiting when you walk in. Their faces are haggard, their shoulders slumped. Is there a point to all this, Alice? We lost Paul, lost Monica, the Kriz Bazaar, so many people dead. It was just supposed to be a simple job, remember? A milk run? Get into the estate, snatch some data, then get home in time for worm talk on the Trid. There are no simple jobs, ever. That's part of the gig. Alice is right. A good runner knows that the run she's on is never what it seems. We're deniable assets to our employers, disposable goods. It's on us to succeed in spite of that. And honestly, that's fine with me. A soldier knows how to take orders and get the job done without worrying about the big picture. Leave that kind of thing for the generals. Show me the hill, and I'll figure out how to take it. This whole thing about dragons taking over the world, the thought of them slowly hoarding everything, it's too big to think about. We're street level. We run the shadows. That's it. Worrying about these sorts of issues is beyond our pay grade. That's what they want. That's what they need. The cops, the corpse, the dragon, the dragons, the politicians, everyone. They want us to think that we can't make a difference. They put effort, a lot of effort, into making us feel small, insignificant. But we're not. We had the powers in our we had the power in our hands today. We had a choice and we made it. And because of that, the world is different. This is kind of bad. This doesn't feel like a conversation. This feels like a pep talk being given by a single writer writing a whole, kind of gross. For good or for ill. That's right, for good or for ill. We can't see the future. I don't think anyone can. But the world is different now and we're the ones who changed it. So did we win? You don't win in this business. You survive. That's all a runner can hope for. All you can expect. You watch the team take this in. Iger nodding her agreement. Glory staring ahead, lost in thought. Dietrich frowning, eyeing the floor. Blitz fiddling with his deck and pretending not to understand. Iger breaks the silence. So now what? Monica's gone. Paul's gone. Do we keep running together? Or is this the end of the road? Glory steps forward. Her expression is troubled. I'm afraid that I'm out. For a while, at least. I have some personal business to attend to. There's a man that I need to find. A vicious, repulsive monster who needs to be brought to justice. Alice knows what I'm talking about. What? I thought we... I know we didn't kill him, but I thought we, the whole thing was kind of... Are you gonna go kill him? Because I don't feel like that's a good idea. I feel like that kind of undercuts the whole thing we did. I might be gone for a long time. For the time being, you should write me off. Maybe find someone to fill my shoes. But this place is my home, and you people are my family. I promise you when the job is done, I'll come back to the Kriz Bazaar. I hope you'll still have me. We'll be here, Glory. There's always a spot for you on my team. Glory nods. Understood. See you around. I'll miss you, love. Be safe. Dietrich turns to you. Well, I'm in. I'm getting kind of old for a Shadowrunner, but I'd rather die in the shadows with you people than live... I don't know. I thought I had something going there. Whatever. The point is I'm in. That was beautiful, man. Iger turns to you. So, Alice, you gonna stick around the Kriz Bazaar and keep running the shadows with me? You've done a hell of a job. I'd be happy to follow your lead. If it means picking up where Monica left off and keeping the Kriz Bazaar safe, I'm in too. Makes sense to me. Iger looks around, realizes that she forgot Blitz. What about you, Blitz? What about me? Blitz's expression is sober. I mean, sure, whatever. I got nowhere else to go and no one to give a shit about me. Why not hang out with why not hang out with insane dragons, assholes toting enormous machine guns, and devil dogs that hump my leg when no one's looking? He sighs. Could be fun, right? So count me in, I guess. Iger snorts a laugh, then she's back to business. Before I forget, the Turkish coffee guy sent one of his street rats over before you got here. Said he wants to talk to you about something. Thanks. I'm going to see what's going on in the Kriz Bazaar. I'll stop by the coffee shop on my way. Well, it's a little sad to see Glory leave like that. I mean, I know it was left not entirely settled and all. It's weird. I don't think since we never did Iger's loyalty mission, I don't know if that's the reason she's the one talking and doesn't give a response, or if it's just because she was the one left out of the party in this case, or what. All right, let's talk to everybody. Have anything on the mission computer? Shadowland BPS. Got some money, which will be very useful. Glory looks up from her preparations at the sound of your approach. She offers you a slight smile. Alice, you got us through the night alive. Well done. You're running off to find Harrow, I take it? That's right. He's already got enough of a head start on me. Wherever he's gone off to, it'll only get worse the longer I wait. So I'm headed out after him, and I'm leaving tonight. Well, that settles it. I'll pack a bag. Where should we start looking? She smiles at you. Her eyes are sad. We shouldn't. I will track Harrow down. She taps herself on the chest. Myself and the spirit that's bound to me. But as for you, I can't have you coming with me, Alice. Not this time. Your place is here. With all due respect, Glory, I'm the leader of this team. I'm the one who will decide whether I can spare the time to help you or not. You just said it yourself. You lead the team. They look to you for guidance and leadership and employment. You're the one who puts food on their tables. You have a responsibility to them. They need you more than I do. Tracking Harrow down isn't going to be quick or easy. It could take years. You, my friend, are a victim of your own success. You've become too important to this team, to the Kriz Bazaar, to up and disappear. The heart of Furstel and I share a common goal and a common responsibility. We have to deal with Harrow. It's on us to stop him. But you, Alice, your responsibilities are here, and I can't let you walk away from them. I don't like this. This feels gross. I don't like any of these. I've never been big on responsibility. The Kriz Bazaar and the team will get along fine without me. That sad smile returns. Look, Alice, I appreciate everything you've done for me. The talks, the encouragement, and the help taking Furstel down. But this last leg of the journey, confronting Harrow and stopping him for good, that's something that the Spirit and I need to do on our own. Man, stop fighting her. I don't like this. Understood. Good hunting, Glory. She nods. Thank you for understanding, Alice. I do? Thank you for... What? Something broke in the script there. When the job is done, I'll be back. That's a promise. I can't say how long it'll take, but you're going to see me again. And we'll come back to this team. I'm going to hold you to that. Good hunting, Glory. She offers you a parting smile. Thanks, Alice, for everything. Yeah, that script kind of broke, but it's okay. Alice, I'll admit, you did a hell of a good job back there. I couldn't have done it better myself. You'd have done fine, but it was my job to lead the team, so I did it. She nods appreciatively. That's the right attitude. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to the next run. Just do me a favor. Make sure that the client is properly vetted. And for the love of God, verify that the job has nothing to do with dragons. Done and done. Good woman. She dips her head in salute. Until next time. Well, boss, we went up against a dragon and lived. He pulls a flask from his jacket and raises it in salute. I guess that's a win in my book. Couldn't have put it better myself. So, any big plans looming on the horizon? New clients you're thinking of going after, maybe? Not now, Dietrich. If there's one thing I don't want to think about tonight, it's work. He takes a swig from the flask. Right, boss. Of course you're right. Oh, and Alice? I meant what I said earlier. From this point on, wherever this team goes, I'll follow. I wouldn't have it any other way. Hey, Chief. That was a hell of a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I'm glad to hear that you'll be staying on with the team. Oh, I was going to comment about Blitz's thing. His, I have nobody and nobody cares about me thing. What about your fucking girlfriend, dude? We resolved that plot line. Are you not going to comment on it? Well, it's not like I'm doing much else. Oh, here we go. That whole Emily thing still stings, Chief. Sort of took the wind out of my sails. Wait, is this glitching? Does it not know that I succeeded? I thought the Am I taking crazy pills? Didn't we have a whole thing where she sent a thing where she said, I still love you, please wait? And he's like, yeah, I can do that? I don't like any of this. I'm not even gonna read that. Maybe, Chief, not right now. For the time being, I need some me time. Sure. And, oh, Blitz, you've done a great job all around. Thanks, Chief, you too. You kind of haven't. You've been kind of a mess, dude. And honestly, questionably useful. Like, I don't hate you or anything, but if Iger had a deck, Iger would have come. All right. Let's see. What do we have around here? How many people do we have to talk to? Does Lane still actually have something new to say to me? Seeing you return, Alexei Lane rises to his artificial feet, using his crutch to bring himself to his full troll height. He then offers you his hand to shake. Live to fight another day? To live another day, Alexei. Now that's a sentiment I can drink to. Lane shuffles forward, coming so close that the smell of leather and machine oil are almost overpowering. He lowers his voice, marking his words for you alone. I had my doubts about you, as I'm sure a lot of people had, but you did right by this place, and by her. This place may never be the same without Monica, but we will carry on. Indeed we will. The old troll clasps. It says claps. Again, they keep doing that. Claps you on the shoulder and then steps back. So what's next for you then? Moving on? Not a chance. Gotta keep you people out of trouble. We'd be lucky to have you stay on. And when the time comes, the Kriz Bazaar is a wonderful place for an old soldier to hang their hat. Take it from me. Whatever you decide, we will understand. And you will always have our thanks. Let's see. Nope, nope. Guess we'll go to the wine cellar. See if Lucky Strike still doesn't want to talk to me because this game is glitchy. Yep. She just doesn't want to talk to me. Fucking hilarious. Alright. Something tells me the vendors are not necessarily going to have anything new to say, but... Why is this, That was weird. It doesn't usually pop up like that, does it? Oh, I can't even interact with him. That's weird. Perfect game. Flawless. Bug-free. Nothing from him. Oh no, I just remembered our young friend was dead. Made me kind of sad. I'm glad Algernon's out here to talk to me, though. I did want to talk to him. Algernon hums tunelessly to himself while he fiddles with one of his many talismans. When he sees you, he smiles broadly. Here she is, Absinthe, the clear-sighted one. To be certain, this elf is to be heralded with much praise, Algernon half-dream, though her release of the great worm will have ramifications, to be sure. This day is full of portent. Portent? What do you mean, portent? The Furschwinger worm is not a minor player in the great cycle. The effects of her release will resonate across time and space. Is that good? Algernon smiles. For some. Good is a children's term in a world without connections, without nuance. Her expression slackens, becomes dreamy. Before the next cycle's end, the Furschwinger worm will speak again with the voice of the maiden. The dancer will spin, the seal will melt, and the calm lake will burn. Algernon purses his lips, annoyed. You make it sound like a bad thing. Do not jest, half-dream. We must be going, and soon. Going? Where are you going? Machu Picchu. It is in South America. I have business there that has become urgent. It will not be urgent till tomorrow, half-dream. You have time to pack up your wares. There is more to it than that, woman, and you know it. He bows to you with a flourish. Goodbye, Alice. We will meet again, I think. Though not for a long, long time. You know, it is an interesting point that was stuck in there, and one that I don't think it's hit on all that much, because it's more of a literary meta-analysis thing than anything, but the idea that in a dystopian fiction world, especially cyberpunk, that acts of destruction are not inherently evil. Typically we think of like in most narratives, acts of violence are done for one of two reasons. They're either done out of evil, or they are done in defense against evil, right? But cyberpunk and dystopian fiction in general hinges on the idea that the world is evil, basically. And so acts of rebellion are maybe not inherently good, but certainly not inherently bad. And that acts of destruction are creative in their philosophy. That, like, something like reintroducing Furschwinger, like, even if reintroducing Furschwinger means the end of civilization, that ultimately, in depending on your timescale and depending on your perspective, that is not a bad thing. If the nightmare of the cyberpunk world comes to an end and ultimately results in the liberation of people from the strictures of this bullshit, like, that would generally be classed as good, I would think, for want of a more nuanced phrase or a deeper analysis. Okay, Mallet doesn't have anything, so let's go to the cafe, see our guy. I don't know why this is popping up like this. How very I don't Proprietus? I'm looking at the word and I know the word, but it doesn't seem right because the context seems wrong. Or do I not know that word? Am I fucking this up? I don't know. Anyway. It is that we may speak again, O Mistress of Mayhem. I have a proposal for you that could prove most lucrative to us both, Effendim. Most lucrative. Fortune will surely smile upon our blessed partnership, if you will only accept. That seems a little bit suspicious. I'm listening, O Master of Hyperbole. With the passing of Herr Amsel, may God bestow his mercy on him, you find yourself without a fixer. I wish to offer my services to you in this regard. You will find that Altug Burgazi is a most connected and business-savvy partner. Yeah, sure. Let's just launch into it. Why not? Sounds like a match made in heaven, Altug. How do we start? I have already found a potential client, O Blessed One. A most prosperous one with deep pockets. He is eager to meet you. When you are ready, take the U-Bahn to Brandenburger Tor. He will find you there. Brandenburger Tor. Got it. As soon as I finish up here, I'll go meet him. Well, I wasn't expecting more. Hold on, what else do you have to say here? Smiles at you from behind the counter. Nope, it's just the same as before. I thought this was the very end of the game. What is left? Your PDA buzzes. An incoming comm. Sender unknown. Answer it. Oh, hello. An all too familiar face appears on the screen. She's frowning, a look of incredible sorrow in her eyes. Oh, Ace. You've made a terrible, terrible mistake. Nothing should have the kind of power you were asking for. I had to do what I did. No, Ace, you didn't. You chose to do what you did, just as you chose to free me. I didn't kill you before, but I'm starting to think I should now. The Monica image laughs. Best of luck with that, Ace. Come meet me in the Matrix any time, and if you don't, I'll most certainly come for you. Oh, God. The image's muscles begin to contort and stretch. Its mouth twists into a rictus grin. See you soon. The comm cuts off. Your PDA's screen goes black. Okay, well, you know, we're gonna see where this goes. Am I gonna start a new episode? I think I probably should. Alright. See you guys in the next one. Welcome back to Dragonfall. We'll see if I edit this together. We're gonna see how far this goes. I am hoping we don't have a whole bunch more of this game, because it's a pretty firm conclusion here. And telling me to go meet with a new client is pretty weird. The train car is empty except for the man in the immaculately tailored Italian suit. You notice him watching you for several minutes, while the train rumbles its way towards Brandenburger Tor. Finally he speaks. The stranger's words come out slowly, in a deep, melodious tone that is easy to hear, despite the noise of the train. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were delicacy. Hello. I recognize this art. Hello, I assume that the business with Dr. Valclair is concluded. Yes? Do I know you, friend? No, but you are about to. Hans Brackhaus. The man inclines his head slightly in introduction. Hans Brackhaus. I represent an interested party. Someone who wishes to know about your encounter with Dr. Valclair. Does this interested party understand that information is a commodity? Brockhouse continues. My employer also wishes to hear about the Lady Fürschwinge, a fascinating creature, so unlike her brothers and sisters. It is a relief that she is now free. Dragons are not meant for captivity. The Lady Fürschwinge least of all. She was special in this world. I am sure you would agree. Dragons are no different from anyone else. There are those who take and those who get taken. A dragon is just another taker. He purses his lips, considers. Just another taker. Interesting. Dragons take, this is undeniable, but they cannot be considered just another taker, as you put it. They are the ultimate takers. It is their reason for existence. The great dragons are very old, and very powerful, and very, very cunning. A cunning unknowable to you. You look at a moth and barely perceive sentience. You glance its way, amused, as it flutters towards a bright light in a vain attempt to... what? To enter? To draw strength? To burn? It doesn't know. Its epic struggle is barely a 1/100th of your lifespan. The sum total of its existence is nothing against the vast scale of your struggles, your hopes, your dreams, which you could not fathom in 1,000,000 years. Poor moth. He leans forward. You will live and die between the beats of a dragon's heart, mein Freundin. What hope do you have of understanding them? There's a lot of... It's either this one or this one. I think I'm going to go here. No kidding. Insane dragons are even harder to understand, but I was able to get through to her. For a moment, at least. Brockhouse studies your face closely. Were you? Were you indeed? I am pleased to hear it. And what did you learn? I don't like these answers. I don't like any of these answers. That Fürschwinge had a reason for her attack. That is true. No ancient dragon acts without reason. My Lady Fürschwinge was a nurturer, a caregiver, rare among her kind. Where her brothers and sisters saw the world as a prize to be won, she saw it as a garden to be tended. Can you imagine? For world upon world, great dragon Fürschwinge brought wisdom and succor to countless souls, and she was loved for it. Exalted. A goddess. When she awoke from her long slumber in 2012 and saw what the world had become, what meta-humanity had done to the garden she had tended for great ages, she struck. Struck with rage, regret, frustration, and anguish of a mother whose children had played with fire and burned the house down, killing themselves in the blaze. She unleashed fire and death through her tears. Now she is free again. And insane. The perfect addition to the sixth world. You seem to know a lot about dragons, Hans. Think your employer wants you telling me all this? I am sure of it. You may consider this conversation an employment interview for a very influential client. One who pays extraordinarily well. Now listen. The man removes his hand from his knees, folds them in his lap. I'll tell you all of this so you have context, perspective. Before I ask you this next question, Shadowrunner. If Dr. Valclair's weapon had not required dragon fire, if it had been capable of destroying every dragon on Earth without touching a hair on metahumanity's head, would you have used it? I don't think so. Who knows what would fill the power vacuum left behind? Indeed. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Okay. Little Mr. Full of quotes. Things you do not wish to know. On to the business at hand. My employer wishes to secure your team's services for a series of operations that will likely require the remainder of 2054. I don't know. After Green Winters, I need to have a better idea who I'm working for these days. Of course. And you have dealt with several false flag contracts as well recently, yes? It is an awful thing to be manipulated, I am sure. There will be no secrets between us. Your employer will be the Great Dragon Lofweir. He is sometimes referred to as the Golden Worm. Perhaps you have heard of him. What makes you think I'm going to make a deal with a dragon? His eyes glint. Because you have already been working for him for some time now, mine dame. Or did you think Green Winters found the Hartfeld Manor on his own? Nice try, but I don't buy it. If Lofweir knew what Valkyr was planning, he'd have handled it himself. He would he? His eyes twinkle with mirth. I shall have to share that opinion with him. Think that he would be most amused. Allow me to share the truth with you, Shadowrunner. The truly powerful do nothing themselves, unless they absolutely have to. Instead, they delegate. Others do the work for them, and they reap the benefits. If you doubt my words, consider the outcome of this episode. Valkyr is dead, the virus is gone, and the Lady Furschwinge flies free, all to my Lord Lofweir's benefit, with only the tiniest of nudges to set events in motion. He didn't need to handle the matter himself. You handled it for him. I'll take your word for it. That would be wise of you. The rattle of wheel on track gives way to a shimmying screech. Gradually, the train begins to slow. He glances up at the U-Bahn map on the wall and smiles. Ah, this is my stop. Coming? I don't like the implication here, because I don't know what the job is. This isn't really a negotiation. I guess, like, my answer would be, well, I don't know, we'll see. I'll hear him out, or whatever, but, I've got nowhere else I need to be. The train comes to a halt and the doors open. Brockhouse stands, brushes off his Italian suit, and exits without another word. As you turn to follow, your eye catches an advertisement for Worm Talk above the subway car door. Brockhouse glances back at you from the platform, the light from the car reflecting yellow in his gaze. You step out of the subway car and follow him up the stairs and into the Berlin night, into the shadows. Berlin Newsfax contains just one report of a large-scale explosion in the countryside east of Berlin. An abandoned castle is reportedly consumed in a massive fireball that shakes the countryside and leaves a crater 60 feet deep. A natural gas leak is suspected, and the location is soon cordoned off by unidentified corporate forces. This news is eclipsed when Sater Krupp announces his acquisition of Arianespace, the last remaining arm of the European space program. The Flux State's anarchist rule remains until 2055, when joint corporate forces, acting with the support of the German government, invade the city. It is widely known that the Great Dragon Lofweir is responsible for orchestrating this action. After weeks of fighting, the surviving anarchists are forced to retreat to the eastern part of the city. A truce is signed in 2060 and Berlin is again divided by a wall. Wow, that feels like a really shitty way of spitting in my eye for not telling him to go fuck himself. Are you telling me that we might not have gotten Berlin Wall 2 if I had like not gotten on that train? The Great Dragon Dunkelzahn is elected President of the United Canadian and American States in 2057. He's promptly assassinated as he leaves an inauguration party at the Watergate Hotel while in human form. Popular opinion is that another great dragon is responsible, as only a dragon can kill a dragon. But those in the shadows hint that an act of powerful blood magic is the cause. Grainy photographs of a large winged creature crossing a full moon above the Harz Mountains circulated in Germany for several years. Conspiracy theorists take this as evidence that a new great dragon has emerged, but when no further sightings are reported, interest wanes. The name of Dr. Adrian Valclair has since been lost to the shadows. I don't like that ending very much. It's kind of yucky. I don't know if that would have turned out differently, and I could go look, but honestly, I don't care enough. This game's pretty good. I think that's not a surprising thing to hear from me. It is a technical mess. It is very buggy. It has a lot of technical debt. It has sometimes excellent writing and sometimes very questionable. Definitely needs some editing all the way throughout. But on the whole, like, a substantial part of the story is actually very good. Unfortunately, the main story itself is a little bit weak and comes in a little bit late. All the first wing of stuff, like all of the things about Adrian Valclair are really, shifted towards the end. And it's not even because it's like a satisfying reveal. It's mostly just sort of how it worked out. Yeah, I don't know. Like, am I happy I played it? Absolutely. Do I wish it had not taken me like a year and a half? Also, yes. It's a long game. But, oh, I thought it was just gonna like be a scroll thing, but nope, it's just going real fast. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you watched all of these videos, if you watched all, what is this going to be? Like 172 or 173 videos? Thank you for that commitment, whether you watched it as it released or are watching it after the fact. I'm not sure if this is my longest series or not, actually. I don't think it is. I believe that, yeah, no, I'm sure that Arcanum is a longer series, but this is definitely second place. Yeah. This has been a ride. There's some really good stuff in here, and I would have been sad to miss it. But it also left me more than a little frustrated at times. So, we're going to see if these credits ever end. But yeah. Will be... Are these the... Oh no. Are these the backers? The crowdfunding backers? Okay, we're not doing that. Okay. Thank you guys for watching Shadowrun Dragonfall. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the series as a whole. Go rewatch the whole series. No, that's an insane thing to do. Don't do that. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys for something different next time.